Hi guys, welcome to this week's Alakazam Live.
Hey!
Yay!
We're back. Welcome in. We have a quiz for you this week. I put this quiz together, so let's put that code up. I didn't change the event code name, so it's OVGHN. OVGHN is this week's quiz. We're going to be talking magic, and we've both seen a show. We want to talk about that. We also have a few products we're going to drop in, and this as well. Now, let's start, because over the weekend,
yes,
you were at Leo's Crazy Day.
I was at Leo's Crazy Day, and it is crazy. Not many people from the UK go, actually. It is just...
They're all at the session.
Yeah, they all go to the session, which is, once again, another great convention. But Leo's Day is just like nothing you've ever been to before.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. So this year performing, there was the fantastic Gunter, who you will see if you go to Blackpool. He's always the guy that's doing the levitation routine, and he's on Select Magic stand. So Gunter was there with a fantastic show and lecture. Our good friend Etienne Pradier, which had everyone in stitches. Really, really good magic, fun guy. There was a guy called Tom as well, who I'm going to try and get over for an academy, because he done two things. He done his lecture in the afternoon, and his lecture, he's actually the highest qualified NLP practitioner in Belgium. And so his lecture, he would do a trick, and it wasn't about the trick, so he wouldn't explain the trick. There was standard stuff like sponge balls, but he had a great routine with it and everything. But it was more about how he presents it, the difference in his tones of voice to get people to listen, to get them to interact, and the way he says things. And it was really interesting. And when he was explaining it, you think, oh my God, that really makes sense. It was a really interesting thing. And it was nice that it was mixed in with the trick, so you could actually see how it was working. So there was Tom, there was Paul Brook, done some amazing mentalism, and Leo's sort of performing partner, a guy called Hank, who was speaking about memory work, because he does a lot of memory stuff. And he had this really interesting thing, I'll show you it later, that he showed on the screen, which was great. And in the evening they all did their show, and Harry opened the evening with a stand-up piece. Yeah, really well.
Good.
Really well. So he done one of his mind reading effects, and he got the audience G'd up at the beginning as well. So yeah, it was really good, really, really good weekend. And on the Friday night, Leo always invites the performers round to his house, and his wife Mariah makes this fantastic meal. And it was really funny actually, because we had to sit in two rooms, because there's a lot of people that go there. So all the women sit in one room, and all the men like sit in the other room. So we're all sitting there, and I'm speaking to Gunter, and where there's so many of us, obviously the garden chairs have come out, so you know, we're sitting there speaking to Gunter. Suddenly there's this sort of loud crack, and Gunter's on the floor, so we're all looking at him, and the chair has just shattered, right? So they've replaced his chair, he's sitting there. So then we're talking, the next one to come is Paul Brook.
Well, his chair just goes.
His chair just goes, right? So it was like a Russian roulette with these chairs. And then Josh, like who works with Etienne, he's like laughing at Paul, and his chair goes.
Oh no!
I found it very funny purely because my
Your chair didn't go. I know Leo's probably going to just tampered with three of the chairs and gone to everyone, watch this.
Yeah. And do you know what? As well, there's one of Leo's friends comes round every year. He's a magician, an oldish guy. And he doesn't speak English. No. Yet he performs 3 effects in English. Yeah. He learns the effects in English to perform them to us.
I remember last year, and then afterwards you go, that was great, where did you, and he just doesn't, he just can't speak other than what he's learned, which is amazing.
Absolutely brilliant. So it's a great day. I would say grab yourself a ticket for next year, but it's already sold out. He literally sold out on the Sunday morning for next year. And it's going to be a 2-day convention next year, I think.
And Andy, I think, is interested next year in going out there.
Yeah, I think Andy's performing there next year. I mean, it's hard work. You've done it a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's hard work. You do a lot of work during the day.
You do, but it is amazing. I'm sure that if you spoke to Paul and Etienne afterwards, they've probably never done anything like it.
Yeah.
Like both the convention, but also the hospitality.
Oh yeah.
You come away from it going, that's the best convention and the nicest, like the best you get treated so far. You know, so you know it is amazing. It's well worth it.
And it really feels like even when you're at the convention, you feel like you're in Leo's home. Oh, the best bit. Right at the beginning of the day, Leo comes on and sort of welcomes everyone, opens day, and then this music starts playing. Did you hear about it?
I heard about this, yeah. Leo didn't know about it.
No, he didn't know, right? So this music starts playing, and it was like, it's raining, it's pouring, but in Dutch, it was like a nursery rhyme. And from the back of the audience, all Leo's grandkids, which I think the eldest one is 6 or 7, all come down with umbrellas, get on stage and do the victory carton. It was fantastic. I mean, it was really emotional, but it was so great. And Leo's face, it was brilliant, really good.
H said to me that one of the young children that was in the box comes out with a nightlight.
Yeah.
And people go, why's he got a nightlight? But it's because it was dark in the box. Yeah. So it kept
so he wouldn't get scared.
So good. Brilliant. Right, so that's what you're up to over the weekend. On Sunday, I went and saw Magic Goes Wrong.
Yes.
Which you saw a couple of weeks before.
I saw it just before Christmas. We went for my birthday.
What did you think?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I laughed all the way through it.
I just thought it was fantastic. And there was so the Magic consultant on it was Ben Hart.
Yep.
And then I believe that it was written alongside Penn and Teller as well. And obviously 3 of Penn and Teller's effects feature in the show.
Yeah.
But it was.
Did you notice the sign as well?
Yeah. They kept changing. Yeah. It kept, very clever. But I just thought it was brilliant. It's a weird one. I think it will split magicians because I think if you go in there, it's hard to explain. If you've seen any of the Goes Wrong stuff, if you've seen the show on TV or you've seen the play that goes wrong, you have to go in there and just enjoy it for what it is. It's slapstick. It is what it is. There was a 1-star review I read from. I listened to. Sorry.
Yeah, I listened to it as well.
I think he just missed. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I think he just missed what the actual show was going.
I mean. Yeah, the review was saying it's making fun of, the art form and everything else. It's sort of, I suppose it is sort of making fun. It's not making fun of magic. It's making fun of this situation, and it's like...
It's old school, isn't it? It's old school cheese, but the way that it's written, I think is very clever, because just as you think you know everything, they hit you with a really, really good magic trick that catches you off guard, and you suddenly go, oh, "That was hilarious," but then you go, oh, "Hold on a second, how did that? What?"
Yeah.
So that happened there, and all of the magic technically that they're performing, and there are some bits when they are doing magic, were all done really, really well. You can tell that.
And bearing in mind, they're not magicians.
No, they're just drama students. So you could tell that Ben's worked with them to get this right. And there's one thing, I won't give away the act because it's not fair, and you want to go and see it. But there's a version of the Dove act, okay, which was one of the highlights for me because it just kept building. It was brilliant. But every I'm going to say still, so I'll say it still. Every move was done really well.
Yeah, it was.
It was like you were watching a Dove act, but it just isn't as you would know it. I think if you've got the opportunity to go and see it, go and see it. They break the fourth wall in this show. A lot of their other shows is you're kind of sat there watching them do a play, and then things are going wrong. Whereas this, now they are interacting with you like it is a magic show.
Well, it's the premise is it's a fundraiser.
Yeah,
that's the thing, isn't it? It's not like
we're there as part of the fundraiser as the audience.
But it's the thing is you can't look at it and say it's taking the mickey out of magic because it's not. They're not good magicians.
No.
Do you know what I mean? The people, like, they're not playing good magicians.
No.
They're playing really bad magicians.
Yeah.
And if that is what the magic show was, then of course you are going to make fun of it. But it is like, the mind reader is sort of not based on Darren, but it's that sort of way and everything else.
He was brilliant.
He was brilliant, but his mind reading is terrible.
Yeah.
And there's no way you're going to watch that, or a layperson's going to watch it and go, oh, because I've seen that, I don't think Darren's any good anymore. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to walk out there going, yeah, that's it, all magic's stupid. You're not. They're putting on, they're quite sort of sad characters. Do you know what I mean? But I thought, when I heard that review, I must admit, I thought, oh my God, maybe I don't care about magic as much, because all I did was laugh. I never sat there going, well, I'm a bit offended by that. I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was brilliant. I would go and see it again in a heartbeat. I genuinely, I thought it was a really, really good night out. I had a great time. And I just love all even the little bits, that it started before it started. They come out and they interact.
Very Cirque du Soleil, when it with like clowns walking not that they're clowns, but you know what I mean. It's that sort of bit.
So the theatre starts the second you walk into the auditorium. So really, really good. So if you've got an opportunity, go and see that. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
No,
I loved it.
And the opening bit with how the mind reader was introduced is still sort of etched in my memory. I still think it's one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time.
He's just brilliant, and I think if you to get a vibe for what he's going for, if you watch back, I think it was 2 Raw Varieties ago, because the last Raw Variety they were on there doing their grown-up show, which is a new one. The one before they did Magic Goes Wrong Now.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and it was the mind reader. So it was obviously early days of the show. And you see a little bit about it, and I think it's 8 or 9 minutes, so it's worth checking it out on YouTube. But every time, he was the sort of one where every time I was excited for him to come on. So he did 3 bits, and then he came on and did another 2 bits, but at different times. So every time he came on, you were kind of excited as to what he was going to say and do. And he has got some amazing improvisational skills. And it was almost like it was being heckled at some points, and the way he was dealing with it was really good. So I think it was a great show.
Yeah, it really was. If anyone has seen it, let us know what you think. Steve Black's going to see it in February. Steve, you'll love it. It is just a funny show, and it's very, very seldom, unless I'm going to see a comedian, that I will laugh all the way through a show. I mean, there wasn't many gags for me that failed, I don't think. But there was some really sort of laugh out loud moments as well. It was very good.
So there you have it, guys. That's the show that goes wrong. Check that out. It's only been open officially for a week or so, I think. Obviously it had all its previews and that. But I'm sure you'll be able to pick up a ticket. So, shall we start the quiz?
Yes.
Or not? You're reading?
Yeah. I was reading a joke. So.
Great. Let's start the quiz. There's the code up there, guys. OVGHN. I think with here and YouTube there's about 80 of you, so make sure you get involved. The more the better. Pop your name down and we'll be ready to roll. So I've mixed this quiz up this week.
Lovely. I haven't seen it.
No, I would say it's fairly, basic knowledge, but I've thrown in some of the pitch around, some of the thing that we liked last week, where you complete the sentence. There's a true or false question in there, so there's a bit for everyone this week.
True.
It might be.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll have to wait and see the question.
Oh.
So let's do the first 3 questions, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about one of these products.
Okie dokes.
So let's head over to the quiz, ladies and gents. Make sure that you're all ready to go.
So, question number 1. Complete the trick title, Something Book 2.0. Is it blip, whip, pip, or bip?
Nice and straightforward. If you know the trick, I guess.
If you know the trick.
Yeah. Tour part of last year.
Right, question number 2. What is the name of this new show in London's West End? Is it Magicians Get It Wrong, Magic Goes Wrong, When Magic Tricks Fail, or the Magic Disaster Show? We might talk about this later.
Yeah, we might do. I thought this actually popped up a bit later in the quiz, but there you go, right off the get-go. Helping you out there, guys and girls. And that bird just reminds me of the act, which was brilliant.
I thought he was very John Cleese.
Yeah.
And the other one, I thought was very David Williams. Especially his voice, the mind reader.
Oh, yeah.
It really sounds like him.
I actually really enjoyed the Blade character as well.
Yeah,
he was very good. Okay, complete the magician's name. Something Carey. Tom, Dom, Ron or John. Quite a straightforward quiz this week, I think. But I wanted to keep everyone involved. Anthony Povey says, what's on the shelf, Dave? Just to Jonathan Allwood, you can't answer in the chat below, but you still have time after this round to get involved. We'll pop the code up again. It's down there, OVGHN at crowd.live. So there we have it. That is the first 3 questions.
Yep.
Right. It's now the time where I bring all this down and show everyone what these tricks are, perform them.
No.
So they can,
No, not yet. These are tricks that are coming soon. One behind us there, if you like Wayne's Exchange, this is a new, bigger version which will play equally as well close up as it would in parlour and on stage. Because the cards are slightly bigger, but the real neatness of this is not only the size of the cards, but the fact that it all happens hands off now, which is really...
Takes it completely out of the magician's hands, puts it in the spectators. They shuffle, they cut, and they take a look at the card. And you can then go through and show all the cards are different, and you're set to go for the exchange routine, which is phenomenal. If you've never done this before, you're going to want to grab one of these. It is the pinnacle of Pax Small Play Big. If you've done it before, the new cards take it to a whole new level. It is a worthy release, and I know you're going to be excited to get your hands on that.
So that's actually going to be coming out before Blackpool, so keep your eyes peeled for that. That's coming out in the next 10 days or so. Also, we have got some, I think I mentioned this last week, we got some new releases coming out on the stand. They're being launched at Blackpool, but some of those will not actually be officially released till March. So you'll be able to buy them at our stand. You won't be able to buy them on our website until March.
No.
All right? So some of them you will be.
Yeah.
But some of them you won't.
No. So if you've got friends that are going, tell them to come by the stand, because it'll be worth them picking you one up.
A couple of things I just want to mention as well. Firstly, Mark Cool, who's running Alexam USA, is taking a well-earned week's break. So if you're watching Mark, have a great time. Leo Schmetzers is also away, just having an unwind after the weekend. So have a great time. And also, for those of you that haven't seen it yet, have a look at either my Facebook page, check out YouTube, look for Mark Spellman on AGT Champions. It is phenomenal.
Oh my gosh.
It is such a brilliant routine. And he does, I mean, how he hasn't had his own TV show, God knows.
Yeah, the way he thinks is just amazing. Go and watch that act. I watched it this morning and I was a bit like, oh, amazing. Like, he's done it again, sort of thing.
Absolutely great. But not only that, just his whole persona on stage. I don't understand how he hasn't had his own show. You know, he in front of a camera, he's great. Yeah. But go and watch it. Honestly, it is phenomenal.
Well, here's hoping that this will give him a platform now over in America, and it is vast over there. Yeah. You've seen people go over there and do amazing things. So hopefully, fingers crossed that happens for Mark. Yeah, brilliant. Really, really good. Mark Wooden says, you guys need to escape the stand to come watch me in the bear pit.
What's the bear pit?
I think it is close up, basically groups of people, and you go around and do close up, a bit like a bear pit.
Ah.
Yeah, but I think there's multiple magicians that rotate. I might be wrong, Mark. Tell me what that is. When is it? Let's tell our viewers, when is it? When are you going to be in the bear pit? I'm sure there's some other, loads of other names as well that will take part in that. So that would be a really good event to go and take a look at. So, come on, you've teased us, Mark. Give us the times, or do you not know yet? Are they not out yet? What's going on?
I don't know. I thought they did release everything, but let us know, Mark. And also the app you were going to keep us updated on as well.
Yes,
because that's supposed to be coming soon, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to catch up here, guys. If you haven't done already, please hit the share button for us. If you're watching on Facebook, and if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. But I just want to give a few shout outs. We got obviously Mark Waddington, we got Steve Smith, Tam Smith, Anthony Povey, Jonathan Allwood, a couple of new names actually. I think we got Chris Lena. I did see some more, but I think I have Andy Blue. Have we had an Andy Blue before?
Sounds new to me. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Welcome, guys. And so can we talk about this, because this is the first time I've just opened it. And they look amazing.
They do look amazing.
So what are they? A limited edition?
These are limited edition. There's only 50 of them made. And if you have a look on the bottom of the box, this is actually number 28 of 50.
It's like wood engraved. Free shell game, 28 of 50. They are what? Supposed to look gold, I suppose.
Yes.
These are amazing. I love these things. Leo's routine with this will always live on. Now, if you are coming to Blackpool, I'm sure Leo will be there doing the free shell game. If he's got any of these ones left, I'm sure he'll have them with him. But
I don't think he's got many left at the moment. I think they're near enough all gone. So it will certainly be worth grabbing a set if you're interested.
If you've never done free shell game, I think this is kind of the best, but in my opinion, the best quality that is on the market today.
Yeah. And his handling is most probably the best handling, because he explains it all on the video, but with the standard free shell game handling, the actual distance you've got to move to do what you need to do is about that.
Yeah.
Whereas with Leo's, it's about that. So it's literally just a movement of the cup and you've done what you need to do. He did this to Etienne Pradier the other day, and Etienne just had no idea what was going on. He just to hear Etienne laugh every time Leo done it was great. But we have got 12 of these sets in stock, ready to ship right now. So these are the free shell game, I think they're just called limited edition on our website, and there are only 12, and once they're gone I doubt there'll be any more, because there was only 50 made.
Well, the original is 100.
Yeah.
How much is the limited?
125.
So it makes sense, if you were thinking of going for one, go for it now while you can get your hands on the limited edition one.
Yeah.
And it comes in a lovely box as well.
And it comes with the link to download the full video as well.
Brilliant.
Teach you how to do it all.
I love Leo's stuff. So if you like it, guys, 12 did you say we had in stock?
We got 12 in stock, yeah.
Cool. Mark Waddington says there's 8 workers going around the bear pit performing their sets. Opportunity to see some great UK names.
Oh, brilliant.
Haven't announced the schedule yet, but it will be out in the next couple of weeks. App is due to be released at the beginning of Feb. It's a brand new app this year as well. So
cool.
Brilliant.
We should try and connect up with Mark one day.
Yes.
So people can see who he is and
definitely
tell us a bit about Blackpool.
Yeah, that'd be great, because it comes to that time of year at the moment. You know, we're solely focused on the moment of getting our releases ready for that. I think we've got 4, possibly 5 really incredible effects coming out. Yeah. So if you are coming, if you're not, then stay on social media, stay on our website, and you won't miss out. Maybe on just one thing.
Yeah, 1 or 2 things, because not everything's going to come out officially for Blackpool, because we just won't have the quantities of them. So the ones that are being sort of pre-released, I suppose, at Blackpool are the ones we've got very limited numbers of.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to get down quick to see them, because if they go, we won't have them ready till March. Yeah. So you need to pick one up while you can. That's why they're not being officially released on that date, because we just haven't got the quantity.
Right. Yeah. No, great. So there we have it. That's by Leo. That's a little bit about the Blackpool Convention. Mark says, I think I can say the Bear Pit is Saturday morning. Can't go into more specifics yet. So there you go. I know it's going to be a jam-packed 3 days. I mean, ours starts on the Wednesday, doesn't it? We travel up there.
Yeah, so we travel up Wednesday, and then I mean, for us as well, it's usually pretty busy with meetings and stuff like that, as well as dealing on the stand, which is great. Also, I think Dave mentioned this before, if you've got an idea for a trick you would like to show us, get in touch with us now, because my time gets very booked up with people wanting to show tricks and things like that, so it's best if you've got a trick, either send it in via video, or if you want to show me in person, let us know, and we'll sort of book in a time that I can get away from the stand and everything.
Yeah, no, definitely. Lovely. So, shall we do a couple more questions?
Yes. Shall we? We didn't even look at the leaderboard.
Oh, that's true.
Shall we have a look at the leaderboard, Chris?
Today. Danny Marsh
hey.
Joint first with Steve S, and then Simon Kelly is in third. Everything to play for. See, I've made it a little bit easier this week, so a lot of people are up there in the 279 bracket. Let me just wait till it goes full circle. Still 29 of you, which is awesome. Thank you for getting involved.
And you know what? Someone did actually say, Stephen Turnbull, asked if we could make a vlog, and I think we will actually. I think this year, I've got the little pocket, we've got the radio mic.
Yeah.
So we'll do a little
definitely.
vlog, which we might actually, depending on how much footage we get, we might serialise it throughout our lives, because I think it'll be interesting to not only film the convention, but film when we go to the restaurant after.
Yeah.
When Leo's had one too many porn star martinis.
I'm glad you said
yeah,
martini.
I was going to stop at porn stars, and I thought, maybe not.
It's supposed to stay between us, that one. I think that'd be a great idea. We wanted to do that, but now we've got that tool. It's more.
Yeah.
And we weren't allowed in the old days to do that.
No. So we'll try and do it. We might even do. I think last year we did on the way up. We done like a couple of little Facebook lives.
Yes.
So on the Wednesday before Blackpool, make sure you set your notifications for our Facebook, because we do usually have a couple of lives, and sometimes we have a little competition on the way up there and things like that.
If I'm not sleeping.
If you're not asleep, or if I'm not asleep.
Yeah.
Or Harry's not asleep.
Oh, actually, no. We'll probably, if you are asleep, we'll probably that's when we'll film. Yeah. It'll be good. So get involved in that, guys. I'm sure you're already on our Facebook, but we've reconnected. We haven't been up for ages with this counter, so is that up to date now?
That is up to date.
So there we go.
If you haven't liked our Facebook page, like it now, and you'll see this little bad boy go up.
There you go. If you're new to it, like it, guys. Right, let's talk another trick. That's why we're here. So there's a brand new trick that's on pre-release.
Yes, pre-order.
Yes.
Yeah. It's called Blinded, I believe, and it's by Michael Chatelain.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Shall we take a little look?
Shall we?
Let's do it.
as always, pretty ingenious thinking by Michael Chatelain.
Yeah, that looks really cool actually. I'll be interested to see how that works. And yeah, I do like his, like you say, he's always one of those guys at Blackpool as well. He's always got that interesting thinking. So you always go by his stand to have a look at something. Yeah. I remember picking up one which had, I think it was a square on one side and a triangle or circle on the other as you turned it. And have a look at that as well. That was really intriguing. Yeah. So every year I go by his stand and have a look at something, and that looks awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting them in so we can have a little play.
Yeah. Just to let you know as well, anyone that pre-ordered Mental Dice, they came in and went out yesterday. If you're interested in one, get your order in. We sold out. I think we had 5 left in stock. They went within minutes of me sending out the email, which was expected. But if you're interested in one, don't wait till they're in stock, because at the moment they're selling, because we can only get small amounts, they're selling by the time we get them in. Yeah. So pre-order yourself one if you're interested, and they are great.
Right.
Shall we just speak about this quickly, or should we do 3 more questions?
Do that and then we'll do 3 more.
Okay, so Fortunate, which is the great trick by David Jonathan and Mark Mason. These are actually on special offer on our website. The actual price should be $36.99. At the moment they're $24.99, but we only have a limited amount in stock. I think we've got less than 10 left.
Yeah.
If you don't know what it is, here's the trailer for it.
You start with an empty circle. You fill it in with your prediction. You deal the cards face up one at a time, and your spectator stops you at any card they like. You flip your prediction over, and right there is the exact card they stopped on. Just a circle, okay? I'm drawing a circle. But what's important is what I put in now, okay? Okay. I think we have it. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put cards down, just like that. And you will say stop whenever you feel something, okay?
Stop.
Something told you to stop here. Maybe do you want one more?
5 more. Can we do 5 more?
Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember this moment. She said 5 more. She had stopped previously. I think it was the Jack of Clubs. Something else could have been this one. But this is exactly where you want to stop. I do absolutely nothing. What? Fortunate will be your new favorite prediction style effect. It resets in 2 seconds, it's self-working, and the method is truly brilliant. So whenever you want, you just say the word stop. Right here. Something made you stop here. Remember, I put something down here. But something made you stop. Wouldn't it be incredible if what I wrote down here is exactly this? 5 of hearts. Check it out. It's a self-contained miracle that will blow your spectators' mind. This is Fortunate.
Right, so that was Fortunate. We have those in stock now, and they are down to $24.99 for the next day or so. So if you haven't got one, grab one now.
Beautiful.
Should we do 3 more questions? Or also, if you guys have got any questions that you would like us to answer, any topics you want to speak about, drop it into the chat either on Facebook or YouTube, and we will.
I'm trying to read your questions there, sorry. Yeah, they're always good. I love the topics because that gets us sort of flowing and going. But we've still got a few questions left to do. If we finish early, we finish a little bit early, but I think we've still got 20 minutes left. So let's go on to the next 3 questions. Everything is to pay for here. This is a nice and easy quiz in my opinion anyway. So 7 questions left to go. Let's do 3 more.
Okay, here we go. So question number 4.
True or false? The British Army hired a magician during World War II to fool the Afrika Korps, and it worked. True or false? That is the correct spelling as well of Africa. I see. I like this true and false. It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very good.
Maybe we do a true and false one quiz.
Yeah.
But I will tell you to me age to just find a fact.
I'll tell you what we should do. We should do a true or false one, but about the Alakazam team personally.
Okay.
But not sort of magic related.
Okay.
So it could be something like Peter once fell asleep after Dave's party and everyone took pictures of him while he was drunk. True or false? False.
And then obviously I can attach a picture which will help them with their question.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. If you want that picture, just let me know, guys. Actually, it's a video. Question 5. Complete the book title. Pure What by Scott Robinson. Pure Estimation, Pure Observation, Pure Imagination, Pure Restoration. There was an E, but I decided not to put that on there.
Didn't begin with an M, did it?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or an E.
Right. Ready? One more?
Yes. Whose deck of cards is this? Or are these? I suppose it should be the correct term. David Blaine, Madison, Darren Brown, or Chris Ramsey? I will say these are beautiful cards, by the way, if you don't already own them. Obviously, we'll go over the answers after the questions. So yeah, well worth a look if you are a card collector.
Okay, so that is it for your questions for this round.
Lovely.
We will take a look at the leaderboard in a moment. Let's see if anything's come through.
Oh, well, that's it then.
There's a question here which was...
this is quite...
Also, there's a quick question here. Brian Clark, love self-working card tricks. How easy or difficult is Fortunate, please? Fortunate is what they call a self-working card trick.
Yeah.
There is something to do, but it's a self-working card trick.
Yeah.
No sleight of hand needed.
So, Mark Kavanagh says, when did you both join the Magic Circle? Is it worth it for everyone?
I think it depends what you want out of it.
Yeah, I think these days you can become a what's the term?
You've got the out of town member or a country member, isn't it?
No, but the
apprentice.
Apprentice, yeah. So that's always a good sort of telling sign to see whether you enjoy it, whether it's for you. I love it there. I wish that I could get down there more often. We went down there the other week, and I headed straight down to the library. I got my hands on like 3 different books that I've been wanting to look at, and they're mega expensive books, but they're there, for
just to look at and peruse. And when we were there, David Williamson was there. You always bump into sort of top people there. You meet up with friends. But the other thing is as well, even if you live outside London now, they're streaming all the lectures. Yeah. So even if you don't make it down there, you're still getting value from your membership.
And they've made it a bit more, not affordable, but easy to pay. You can pay quarterly. So, whereas when I was living at home and I had to try and find money in one go, now, it's easier to do. So it definitely has come a long way, and I'm sure it's going to go a long way. Yeah. So I would say yes, it's definitely worth it.
And it really depends what you want. I think at the time I joined it, I was out working a lot, and you always there's only one Magic Society that people know, and it's the Magic Circle. Yeah. Now the problem is they sort of gauge everything by whether you're a member or not.
Whether you like it or not, they do that. They do.
It's like, if you are a member, you're amazing. If you're not good enough to get in. Yeah. Why aren't you? Why aren't you a member? Why? And it's really weird. And you might think lay people don't think like that, but trust me, they do. Because whenever I'm introduced to anyone, like lay people or whatever, people always go, "Oh, he's a member of the Magic Circle." Are you? And it's like, to them, it's still this secret, hierarchy that only the best magicians can get into. That's what's in their head.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I joined, was purely well, for one, I always wanted to join even from when I was a kid, but it pushed me to join because of just being able to say yes, I'm a member from when I was working. But it is a great club. It is a really good club. So it's,
the fact that you can now take advantage of their online streaming, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, because they do get some amazing names down there. If travelling magicians that are coming through London, like prime example, Williamson, who's doing his show on South Bank, and then he was over for the session, so he's going to come in and drop into the circle. And I think he's now been made like a lifetime.
honorary member.
Yeah. So it's a great place to be, and you meet loads of friends and new faces there as well. So definitely, I think magiccircle.co.uk to find out more information.
Yeah. In fact, our good friend over here travels from Belgium to London just to go to the Magic Circle on occasion. So it shows you how good it is. I mean, it is a great club.
Yeah.
It is a great club. We always have a laugh when we go down.
For sure.
Right, so
there's one more question at the top.
So close to taking the plunge and see was it really good as a reviews? Yes, it is. Yeah, it really is. That's from Tally Ho Timmy. It was the question was, is Sybil worth
to everyone, they heard so yes, it is.
Yeah, no, it really is. If you want to learn about sort of cold reading and stuff like that, and how to give your magic a bit more, your mentalism a bit more impact and a bit more emotion, then it's great. Yeah,
Proteus is worth a look as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Lovely, right. So we are gazing towards the end of the hour already. I don't really know where this time goes. So we will continue on with the quiz. Let me just turn that down. We'll continue on with the quiz. So get ready to move over to that. We have still got 4 questions left to roll on that. Anything left to say before we go over to the...
No, shall we talk about this quickly?
Yeah.
Because we've just had a delivery of £2 2p confusing coins in, as well as a few of the others. This is a trick that I carry with me absolutely everywhere. Wherever I go, I have this on me. When I went to Holland last week, I had the Euro set on me.
Yeah.
When I'm in the UK, I have the UK set on me, and it goes with me everywhere. And if you don't know what this effect is, we've got a little performance of it, I believe. Here we go. I've always been fascinated by con games, especially con games that used to happen years ago, many years ago. And this is one that I was told about and taught that used to happen in all the fates and all the sort of fairs that used to go about. It used to use 2 old coins. It used to use a big gold coin and a big silver coin. But I'm going to try and show you today using a 10p coin and a 2p coin. The idea would be you would have to try and keep track of one of the coins. So I'm going to take away, let's say, the 10p. That's going to go into my pocket. All you would have to do is bet money on which coin was in the hand, the 10p or the 2p. Which one would you say, the 2p? Yeah, you would actually lose because both coins are there. Now I know what you're thinking, maybe the 10p was hidden under the 2p from the very beginning. The 2p's bigger and it makes sense. So I want to show you there are just 2 coins. There's nothing hidden between my fingers. My hands are empty, just 2 coins. This time we'll take the 2p coin. I'll pop that into my pocket. Now once again, it's down to you to bet your money, and you would bet it on the 10p, but once again, you would lose. Both coins are there. We have the 2p, we have the 10p. Once again, nothing hidden between my fingers, just 2 coins. The 10p coin is going to go in my pocket, leaving 1 coin in my hand. Which coin's in the hand? The 2p. Once again, you'll lose. Both coins are there. Now remember, there's nothing hidden between my fingers, just the 2 coins. This time, I'll give the spectator the choice. Whichever coin they say, let's say they say the 2p, I'll reach in. I'll take just the 2p, nothing hidden between my fingers. And your spectator can now guess at which coin. In fact, I'll let you guess at the 10p, the 2p, or both. Both? Yeah, no, you're never going to win at this.
It's a great trick.
It is a brilliant trick.
I have it in my close-up case. It's one of those ones where for me, it's one of those ones that you call no-brainer. You know, you keep it in your case and it's there. You know what you're doing as soon as you pick it up.
Yeah.
For you keep it in your pocket everywhere you go. So yeah, if you haven't got one already, the quality of these coins is insanely good as well. You should upgrade to the new pouch as well.
Yeah, that you can see how long I've been carrying that about. But I also, in here, I usually carry 2 spare £2 so I can do the coins across. But on this occasion, I have got my $3 half dollars to do coins across. But I usually, if you've got the £2 version, carry around 3 extra £2 coins you need.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got brilliant coins across, which I also teach on the video.
You do. It's great. I mean, to have that sort of 2 strong routines just in your pocket. You're right.
Just reading John Gadd. Is that your younger brother doing the video?
Well, technically, yeah, because you were younger then.
I was younger then, yeah.
What was that like? How long ago?
It must have been like 4 years ago, wasn't it?
5 years, 6 years, maybe even more.
I've got to get down to I'm going to say this on camera.
I'm going
to try and lose 2.5 stone. So you guys can, I don't know, maybe rate it by the amount of space I'm taking up on your computer every week.
Put a little washable pen mark now, either side.
Yeah.
I will also pledge to help you.
Right. So stop offering me sweets.
Would you like a sweet?
No, I don't want a sweet.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How about one of these? These are...
I'm not even looking.
Low calorie...
No. And luckily I don't like them anyway, so...
Oh, right, mate. That's anything to you.
I'm good.
What have they done wrong? Peter, is there anyone in the world you've never seen lecture but would move heaven and earth to see?
There is... I have seen him lecture though, but...
Malika.
Yeah. Malika. I honestly, for me, I think Malika was one of my favourite magicians, I think, of all time. You know, to be fair though, you look at people like Williamson, they're great. Saying even as if he's not as good, I don't mean it like that. But watching Etienne lecture at the weekend, it was just so much fun. And he was like a machine gun. He sort of does a trick, but within that trick he's already done 10 things, you know, whether it's a glass breaking or a fork bending, or he picks something up here and it vanishes, and
it flows very nicely, doesn't it? And it's like David Stone as well. They both have this way of where you're watching a trick, but actually you've seen 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And everywhere you look, there's something. He's doing something. It's more of a show lecture than just a lecture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. If you ever get a chance to see Etienne, go and watch him. Right, so any more questions coming in?
Belgian chocolates in Blackpool.
Right, see, look, this is the type of comment I like here. Look at that. He's almost saying I'm perfect as I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't need to lose.
No, I do need to lose it. It's a really. Did you see Tim Saddleton's status yesterday?
No.
It was sitting with my wife having lunch today when she said, I'm really upset about my weight. And he said, oh, chin up, love. And she goes, that's why I love you, Diggs. You're always here to support me. He said, no, chin up, love. It's in your soup. I just thought, that was a great joke, but I will point out it's not my joke. It wasn't some Facebook thing. That tickled me.
And it is just a joke.
Yeah.
Just clarify that. Right, lovely. I've just seen Della's name pop up.
Who?
Steve Della. He has an awesome deck of cards out at the moment, which you spoke very highly about. I have my hands on the set as well. They are very cool.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to use them out in the real world yet, but we had a customer come in the other day And I said, have you seen these yet? He goes, oh, I've heard about these. Actually, you know who it is. It's Mike Davis.
Yeah.
Mike can be critical sometimes on things like that. So he goes, oh yeah, I bet they don't riffle shuffle. And he picks them up and they just, Faro. Faro?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I bet they don't Faro. So he picks them up and beautifully farrowed. And then he almost sort of thought it was a fluke. So he went again. And he goes, that's the best deck of 100% plastic cards I've ever seen.
They were great. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I was in two minds because they are plastic cards. So for me, I'm thinking, plastic cards, I don't know. And while we were in Belgium, one of them, it was Laurie actually. Laurie had his pack out there.
Yeah.
And we were, so after the actual convention has finished, Leo sort of throws a bit of a party.
Yeah.
So there was me, Etienne, Laurie, Gunter, and a few other of the magicians, and we were showing each other like tricks and moves and everything else. And the deck that was in play was Steve Bella's Night Flight deck, and the fact was the bar was soaking. You got all your spilt drinks on there, but we were just doing stuff on that table, and the cards were perfect. Like I said, the cards ended up in a better state than we did. After that drink,
No photo evidence that night.
But it's one of those things that if you are out working in a bar, if I would have put down a normal deck on that table, the deck would have been dead. That's it. It's gone. Yeah. Whereas with this deck, you just kept using it.
Yeah. And we're not saying you're going to go and find a table and deliberately play on a wet table, but it's like, when I work in Houdini's, people grab the cards and they just mix them, just throw them down somewhere different to where you pick them up from. And that would be a table with just
like literally in a pint of beer.
Literally. Like tables covered, they've gone in like that, and you've gone, like the bottom 5 cards are just now absorbed the liquid, and you just sort of pick this thing up. And that is just working in the real world, that happens. But okay, the deck's like 30 quid or whatever, but if it's going to last you and you've got all the other stuff built into it, I mean, we don't even have any in stock, so it's not that this is a sales thing. It's we like to talk magic here, and this was one of the products.
It's certainly something that I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a deck, and they are going to be in my case, because there is going to be a time where I look at the tables and go, right,
I need this. Yeah, for sure.
And if you're like Steve said, he created the deck for mentalists. So he hasn't created it for everyone that needs to do like pharaohs and all these other bits and bobs. He's created it for mentalists, so it's got stuff built into it for the mentalist. And when a mentalist handles cards, it's usually pretty hands off, and they try not to do a lot of stuff with them as well. And for that, you're getting one deck that's going to last you a lifetime.
I think that's why Mike was shocked, because when he went to them Farrow them and they just did it perfectly, he was like, these shouldn't really do that.
But they actually handled very well, and they were, obviously plastic cards must have come a long way since I first played with a pack of plastic cards, because they were a really nice thickness as well. They didn't feel overly thick. They didn't really feel, yes, they do feel different to normal cards, but they sort of handled pretty much the same.
There's something about riffle shuffle, you farrow and then you sort of put the riffle shuffle afterwards in one hand. There's something about that which just feels so much better with a 100% plastic deck. But as I say, we don't have any in stock, but Steve, drop a comment below with where they can get it from. And go grab a deck. They're very, very cool. Lovely.
Someone's asked when Blinded is being released. I believe it's next Monday we'll have them.
Probably, in our next shipment.
So if you want them, go grab yourself a pre-order of one now.
Cool. Shall we
leaderboard?
Yeah, and then finish off the quiz?
Yep.
Let's do it.
What's the time? 3 o'clock. So Danny Marsh still at first place, Steve S still in 7th.
Still a lot to play for though. Still a lot to play for. I don't know if I've got a tricky question coming up. I think they're all pretty straightforward. So it's going to be a case of first first one on the buzzer, really. Shall we finish them all off?
Yes. There's a question here by John Han. Off to London in a couple of weeks. Where's good to see Magic at the table? I don't think there is.
There was a bar on the Strand, I think.
Yeah, is that? I don't know if they still do Magic in there. It was on the corner, wasn't it? Or
no, this was. What's the guy's name? Oh gosh.
Oh
yeah, Coop. No,
I know who you're talking about. He used to go under the name of Sonic.
Yes, he was just on the Circular.
Yeah. I think that's in the Savoy, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be. It's on the Strand.
Yeah, I think it's the Savoy Hotel. Have a I can't remember his name. Graham Middleton. Is it Graham Middleton?
I think I can't remember, but I think on a Google search.
Yeah, Magic on the Strand.
Yeah.
I think it's an evening show though, and it's in a hotel. Have a look. Magic on the Strand. I believe it is, but it's Graham Middleton. I'm sure it is.
So just of that, Della says delladex.com, but hoping to get some over to you guys. Well, maybe we can get some on the stand at Blackpool as well. Have them there for people to come have a look at.
Yeah.
Definitely worth. I think it's going to be one of those ones that you and ah until you get the deck in your hand and you go, oh, do you know what? These are. Do you know what I mean? Just because I think it's different. The people don't like to take the plunge, and obviously you're paying £30 for a deck, so I understand that. But I think once you get your hands on it and you have a play, you will love it. So.
Also, Steve Della, if you are still watching, one of your favourite Alakazam releases of all time that you do in your lectures, we have just got a new, bigger version, which I think you're going to love.
Yeah.
Small enough to do close up.
Yeah. Again, a bit like, where's it gone? Yeah. This, it's still small enough to do in close up, but works amazing on stage, cabaret stage, and still fits in your inside pocket. So good shout on that, Steve. You're going to love that. We literally just got the first ones in to have a look at today, and you performed it in the shop, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then straight away someone was like, "Can I buy one?"
Yeah, that was our demo.
Yeah,
our sample. Tony Middleton. Someone's just put Tony Middleton. That's it. Richard Groom's just ordered a Night Flight deck.
Lovely job. You'll enjoy it, mate. They really are cool.
So, shall we do the next 4 questions? The final 4?
Yeah, let's do the final 4.
Let's do the big 4.
And then we'll do the answers, because we're at our hour.
Oh, yeah. Ready?
Right. Yes. Question 7. Which film was Andy Nyman not in? Okay. Superbad 2?
Yep.
Ghost Stories?
Yep.
Fiddler on the Roof?
Yep.
Or The Commuter?
Well, there's 2 of those. He ain't in.
You're wrong.
No.
Yeah.
No.
There's 1 he's not in.
2. The first one ain't a movie.
Yes.
Are you not talking about...
oh shit, yeah I am.
And he wasn't in Fiddler on the Roof.
No, I know, now you've just given the answer.
Yeah, but it's finished, time's up.
Oh right. Yeah, oh no. What is it called? It's Kick-Ass 2.
There ain't a Superbad 2.
Oh, obviously I just created a movie. Right. Well, it was supposed to be clever because he was in Fiddler on the Roof, it was a stage show.
Yeah.
Alright, so question number 8. I was like, what's he going on about?
We've still got some more questions to go though.
Yeah. Here we go, guys.
You ready?
Question 8. Who is this product by? The answer to this is right. So we're right now. Wayne Dobson, Leo Smetzers, Etienne Pradier, or Peter Nardi? Yeah, apologies on that. I was for sure certain. I was like, no, it's definitely there. Oh God.
Superbad's a great movie.
It is, yeah. And when number 2 comes out,
I remember my nephew coming round when Harry must have been about 7, and Holly was about 12, and he went, let's watch this really funny movie, Superbad.
Oh gosh.
And like Jenny went, is it all right for the kids? He went, yeah, it's great. He said it's a little bit closer to mark in parts. He said, but yeah, they're very small bits. Within the first 2 minutes, I had to turn it off.
Yeah, there's a couple of scenes in that.
Right, question number 9.
Sorry.
What does the T stand for in this picture?
Where's the picture?
So, take a guess, guys.
No, hang on, because it was...
This is where Dave decided to make the questions a little bit
right. Check. What's going on here? Is it not on here?
No.
Oh, God.
You haven't saved it.
Oh man.
Was it a watch?
Yeah.
I think they could have guessed that. But that's where.
Dear. I'm gonna get hunted down. Like Danny Marshall said, you cost me the quiz. I will hunt you down. And
is the next question? What is the next question?
Oh God.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
So, everyone ready for the next lucky tip?
Oh, Jesus.
Complete the book title. Expert at.
Got that one.
Yeah.
Smashed it. Poker table, dinner table, card table, or roulette table. Now, we will still play because everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Might want to just put film question marks. Don't you mean plays? Like, well, no. The trick was it was supposed to be the play.
Yeah, that he was in,
but then
he wasn't in the film.
Created a film, Superbad 2. All right. So, shall we take a look at the leaderboard?
Yeah.
After that,
who knows what's happened?
Oh dear.
Oh, we've got MTM.
Well, I mean, we've changed completely, haven't we?
Well, no, to be fair, look, the first two have both got 10 out of 10, haven't they?
Yeah, and then MTM has got it just slightly quicker, but Danny Marsh dropped a 6 from first. Oh, Danny. Sorry, mate.
You need to read up on your hypothetical questions, don't you?
Yeah, you let yourself go there in the last few, Danny, I'll be honest. But Thierry says, take your time, Dave. Yeah, that's the funny thing, I did. But obviously I didn't save that picture.
Yeah,
I've got the picture.
You have to... Yeah, you have to save it separate. And it is quite confusing because you save the question, but you...
But you have to tick the answer.
I mean, not that I've ever forgot to, but I presume
you've never gone to the technicalities of true or false questions, pictures. I was just trying to mix it up a little bit.
That was a lovely array of questions.
And when it works, it'd be great.
Who is MTM?
I don't know. Mark Waddington says the confusion cost him first place. Well, that's what Danny says, so you're going to have to fight that out between you.
It was Mark Lemesmer, I think, with Marley the Magician. So, congratulations, Mark. Send us a email, sales@alexam.co.uk, even though we know it, but stick your name and address in there. We'll get one of the competition mugs out to you.
Lovely. All right, Alexander Ross says quiz void. Well, you're all in the same boat, so...
Yeah, and Danny Marsh put watch out in the Ruskin.
Yeah, everyone's after me now. Don't worry, guys, it was just for a mug, okay? Not this one.
No.
But it was for a mug.
Not that one.
Apologies, and you may have got me out of ever doing the quiz questions again, so...
No, I thought that was fun. I thought it added a bit of an edge to it.
Oh God! Right, okay. Apologies on that. Thank you for playing along. Let's take a look at the actual answers to some of the questions.
Yes, let's.
So, complete the trick title. BitBook.
Do you know what BIP stands for?
British Institute of Parapsychology.
Yes, it does.
What is the name of this new show? It was Magic Goes Wrong, or Quizzes Go Wrong. Could be the follow-up one. Complete Magician's name was John Carey.
Oh, good old mate John.
That's it. That was true, that fact.
It was.
Complete complete the book title, Pure Imagination by Scott Robinson. An amazing book. So definitely check that out. Whose deck of cards? It was Darren Brown Playing Cards. We have them in stock and they are lovely. Which film was Andy Nyman not in? So the top one was supposed to be Kick-Ass 2, so apologies on that. And then Fiddler on the Roof, he was in the show.
To be fair, everyone should have taken a guess at that one, because Fiddler on the Roof was a proper movie. So in effect, it's not a bad answer, because
it's super bad.
yeah, but it's not, because if that was me, I'd go, well, that film doesn't exist, so obviously that's not even in it.
So I helped him, is what you're saying. Oh, good.
Yeah, if anything, you helped.
Yeah, I will. So if I cost him the quiz on that and he thought Superbad 2 existed, that's not my fault.
No.
All right, I'm just clarifying that one. Question number 8. Who is this product by? It was Leo Smetzer's. Question 9, you should have been a box with a T on it. And then it would have been the Turner watch. And complete the book title, Expert at the Card Table. So to be fair, yeah, and Mark Lemez said question number 9 had to be Turner.
Of course.
You know.
Yeah.
And then showed you a box with some toast on it. But apologies, you can hate me. I'm sorry, guys and girls. But I thought it was a good quiz.
That was a good quiz.
Yeah. So there we go. Congratulations, Mark. You're going to get your mug, as we say, sales@alakazam.co.uk. We spoke about some great products this week. Leo's free shell game, Fortunate and Confusing Coins, and the new release as well by Michael Chatelain.
Yeah.
You should do a full 10-question picture quiz with no question. No pictures. Yeah. I'll give it a go. that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Then it would just be a normal quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. All right, apologies, and
but to be fair, like you said, we helped them out on one of the questions.
Yeah, I would like to say it won't happen again, but it probably will at some point. So let's get on with it. And anything left to say?
I don't think so, really. No, I don't think so. We've got some news on the academies coming up, so maybe we'll drop it in next week.
There was a question earlier we missed, which was, what is your favourite Alakazam product that you work and perform?
Right. Well, do you know what? That is a hard one, because there's a lot of Alakazam products that I still do to this day. And the fact is, we were discussing this the other day. There are so many tricks that Alakazam have brought out that when they come out, I think to myself, this is the best thing in the world. And where we demonstrate stuff in store, obviously a lot of the customers that come in are regular customers. So the stuff that we demo seems to change all the time.
Yeah.
And you tend to forget how good the older stuff is.
Yeah.
Things like Xenotech, whenever I dem that, I sell it. And whenever I perform it, it goes down a storm. The same as Triple Impact. These are great, great tricks that I might not perform as much now.
Yeah.
It still doesn't mean I wouldn't like to.
No.
One of my favourites that I still perform, and I'm going to even perform more, is Symbol.
Yeah.
Because it is just great. For that sort of ESP test, it's superb. ES Perfect. Extractor,
There's a bunch of
Trilogy,
stuff,
Cataclysm, Grail.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many. I know a couple of the new ones you're working a lot.
Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun with one. I really am. And yeah, I mean, I've released products with you, so I work all of them. But something that I've put back into my set, and when I did it, I put the video back up and they started selling it again. Was Simplex Monty.
Yeah.
It's just something. I did stand up Monty for a while, and I love stand up Monty, but I mean, there's lots of multi phases to it. And when I'm working on something and I'm trying to work something new in, my mind's on that. So I tend to mess one or two of the phases of stand up. So I've just resulted back to Simplex because there's there's no memory work. There's nothing to remember.
No,
right?
it's one of those no-brainers, isn't it? That you can just put in the case. And
Yeah, and it plays really big, you know, especially if I'm at Houdini's, but at any place this works. If you can get a table and get people around a table, in Houdini's we have a long mat, so it's longer than it is wide, and put that on top of a chair, and you create this, you know, proper 3 shell game style, 3-card Monty routine, and there's nothing to catch.
Yeah.
So I'm having a lot of fun with that recently. So check out the video for that if you haven't seen it. So there you go.
Danny Marsh put he loves camouflage, which is another one that you do quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's so many. I'm very fortunate to work here and be able to you know, have the copies of all the stuff because we dem it, and then I get to take it out and work it, see what works. And I don't think there's one Alakazam or one product with the Alakazam name on it that doesn't work in the real world.
Like, and obviously
confusing
coins, which is always on me. Etienne and Leo are both joining us. My 2 very favourite foreigners.
There you go. Lovely. They're joining us just as we say goodbye. So I recap what we saw this week. Make sure if you were thinking of getting a shell game that you get your hands on one of these ones, because we only have 12 and it's only £25 more than the normal version, and you get this incredible box with it, and the limited edition colour shells as well.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
So just to say as well, these are stainless steel which have been coated.
Lovely. There's a nice weight actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Cool. I think that's it, mate.
Brilliant, that's it. We have overrun by about 15 minutes, but guys, thank you very much as always for joining us right here on the Alakazam Live. We will be back next Tuesday.
Yeah.
And the boys may be back with a vlog this week. They missed a few weeks, but hopefully they're going to be back. Thank you all for tuning in. It really does mean so much to us, because we only do this because you guys are here. Otherwise it would be pretty boring for us.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
So, we will see you next Tuesday. Before we go, let's just hear it for our good friend Chris Foster that edits live every Tuesday. Well done, Christopher. And guys, we will see you right here next week on the Alakazam Live. Bye.